Let's talk to someone I turn to in times of worry and distress for perspective. Bill O'Reilly joins us now. Got a lot of people with that Don Jr. video.
Yeah, not me. Dusty sent it to me, and I said, okay. People believe what they want to believe. That was a good point you made. They don't care really if it's true or not. They want it to be true. They want it to be true. And then when it turns out to be false and they fall for it, they go, that's okay. Tomorrow's another day, like the play Annie. The sun will come up tomorrow. But the overarch is that AI is going to make it so much harder for people to get legitimate information. And with the media being so corrupt, generally speaking, boy, it's a dire future as far as information flow is concerned, in my opinion.
Do you agree with my analysis of why Trump puts out a video like Trump Gaza? That he knows that it's just going to drive people crazy, and there's probably a little bit of him that likes all those golden statues?
Well, I actually talked to him about this in person. So what Donald Trump believes is you're never going to have peace in that region unless there's prosperity, number one. Okay? Number two, the fastest, easiest way to get to prosperity is to build the coastline, the Mediterranean coastline, and employ a lot of people in the building and the servicing of resorts. Number three, he believes that Saudi Arabia and the Emirates and other very wealthy Arab nations would probably do the investment, not the United States. So he's throwing that out as a possibility. That's what he's doing. Now, if you don't want to believe it, you won't believe it. But I talked to him about it, and that was the vision way before any of this, by the way, way before he went public with Gaza and we're going to run it, which we're not, okay? He just wanted to scare Hamas. But if you step back, that would be the fastest way to prosperity in that region. I agree with you, it's never going to happen. The terrorists will prevent it from happening, but if it could happen, that would be a benefit to the poor Gazans.
I have no problem with the President of the United States or anybody making the Arab Brotherhood finally start showing their brotherly love and spend some money and actually do something for that region.
It'd be money.
Well, whatever it was, it would be at least
money.
It would be love to Israel because they wouldn't have to occupy it and spend their money and their protection on it anymore. Let the Arab Brotherhood take care of their own, like they always say they want to, but never do.
Well, you've been there, I've been there. It's a very, very nice area. Take out all the poverty and all the terror, and you have the Mediterranean coast there, nice beaches there. It's accessible to Europe and to the Arab world, and it could happen. Lebanon was once that way. Beirut was a very, very sought-after resort, okay? And that's Trump's vision. So whether you want to believe it or not, that's what he told me long before this whole thing erupted.
Yeah, I'm just saying all the golden calves he put in that video, I think, speak to a little something else. Help me understand again, because I'm not sharp enough to pick up on it. Explain to me how bashing Ukraine and talking about them like you were really talking about the truth about Russia helps this situation.
Okay. So you obviously didn't read my column on Sunday or my message of the day on Monday. Putin holds all the cards. So you're going in to a negotiation, you have no strengths at all. United States and Europe. Putin holds every card. Biden couldn't even get him to pick up the phone. Did you know that? Putin wouldn't take Biden's calls for 2 years. Trump wants Putin at the table. That's what this mineral deal was all about. That'll be signed tomorrow. It's a good deal for Ukraine and the United States because it puts the United States physically in Ukraine. Makes it harder for bad Vlad to misbehave. But anyway, the overarch is, if I can get Vlad to the table, I can reason with him. And Vlad is suffering, true, but Putin does not care about his people at all. He cares about himself. That's it. So the strategy is flatter him, make provocative statements about his enemy, and co-opt him into stopping this savage war. That is the strategy. Will it work? I think it might.
I don't understand the holds all the cards part. International rebuke, economy's in the tank, inflation is in the high 20s, unemployment is there. He's recycling injured warriors after emptying his prisons. There are all kinds of reports of revolt among the citizenry, despite no media there, no access. Why do you believe that Putin can just continue to despotically go on his way without any kind of recourse?
Because Ukraine can't beat him on the battlefield and nobody else is going to enter the war. Ukraine can't beat him. They don't have the strength to beat Putin. And I said,
well, they can't, but he hasn't really. But he hasn't put it on Ukraine either, though, Bill. You know, people talk about it like, hey, Ukraine's not trying to take over Russia.
But Ukraine's going to lose more ground. They've already lost 11% of their territory, okay? They've got North Koreans now backing them up. Putin doesn't care about anybody. Look, my next book is Confronting Evil. Who's on the cover?
And the guy's on the cover.
There he is. There he is. He's like Hitler in the sense that he doesn't care about human life at all. So if he has to kill a quarter of the Russian population and the Ukraine population, that's what he's going to do. And no one at this point in history is going to meet him on the battlefield militarily. No one. So Putin knows that. China's propping him up. North Korea's propping him up. And so he can continue this for another 5 years if he wants to. And that's why he holds the negotiating cards.
All right, one other thing. I don't understand tariffs the way the president does. I get them as a tactic. And give me a little bit of due. When he was saying what he was saying about Mexico and Canada, I told people, don't judge the talk, judge the walk. Let's see what happens, okay? Now, with the EU, he just went right to imposing the tariff. How does this work out in our favor when you and I both understand the basic economics of tariffs and what they're going to mean to pricing on the consumer side in the United States and therefore inflation?
Listen to me, Cuomo. I don't know. It could go south fast. It could go south fast. This is a gamble. Now, Trump has already backed away. You made your point, Cuomo. Trump has already backed away from Mexico and Canada. He's already going, well, maybe we're not going to do it so fast. Next Tuesday, he could change the EU equation. This is who he is. So he believes that this is a negotiating tactic that'll get a better trade situation for the USA, and more money will come into America because they don't want a trade war, they being the EU or anybody else. I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, I listen to these stupid panels on cable news. None of these pinheads know anything. They do, oh, it's not going to work. You don't know. But I will say
that's why I don't do panels.
Gamble.
Yes, look, I'm okay with it as the gamble.
Wall Street doesn't like it.
No, they don't. But look,
like
I mean, that's one of the untold stories here. I'm a Main Street guy, not a Wall Street guy, but he has not had a great run with the stock market since he came in. He usually likes to brag about it. Let me ask you something, Bill. I have to go out of my way on this show, as you know, to accommodate whatever you say because my bosses like you better than they like me. But what makes you think that freed from my boss's leash, that I won't eat you like a pizza if we're standing on the same stage for any length of time, like we are going to do at the end of March, also known as the Doomsday Surprise for Bill O'Reilly, with the three Americans, which I like to think of as solve the world's problems in one night.
All right, I'm making a sports analogy to comfort Stephen A. Smith. Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks, okay? the Celtics are going to win 9 out of 10. I'm the Celtics. You're the Hawks.
Who are you? Are you Robert Parrish?
It's just a matter of innate.
Are you the chief?
That's going way back. That's going way back. It's a matter of innate
I'm Dominique
intelligence. Wilkins. Okay? And I'm very happy you are. It's a matter of skill set, experience, native intelligence. And if this was a Vegas event, okay, if Jamie Foxx was hawking it, hey, let's go bet every minute, let's bet your money, it would be O'Reilly favored over Cuomo by more than a touchdown, right?
Well, only in a self-love contest. But if you think that you are going to stand on that stage and not wind up jumping into the arms of Stephen A. Smith to save you from the unmitigated attacks that are coming your way, you better eat your Wheaties.
Well,
Dusty's telling me to lay off you. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm sorry, boss.
We, as the overpriced anchors on network and cable, say every day, we will see. March 30th, Westbury, Long Island. Go to the Westbury Music Fair, BillO'Reilly.com, all of them. Dusty will be there signing autographs in the lobby. Big
Yes,
night.
she will. She's
Big
getting
day.
paid for it.
Yep.
Bill O'Reilly, always a pleasure. We'll speak before then, but I hope you're getting ready, brother. My prediction, pain. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.